Hi, this is Fraser O'Leary with Extraordinary Agent TV, and we're happy to be here with Casey Margenau from RE/MAX is our Extraordinary Agent series. And Casey is the big guy in Northern Virginia. I'm very excited to have him up here. And I mentioned that I was having Casey on, and I got a lot of excited response. We were like, I want to hear about what Casey is doing, what he's how he's growing his business. So welcome, Casey.
You know, that's always a pleasure.
Sure.
It's so funny to find that people, know you
Right.
so well, but it's mostly just because I've been doing this for 20 years and I do a lot of marketing, a lot of advertising, a lot of promotion. Part of being a good, strong real estate agent in any local marketplace is to become a celebrity
Yep.
in your own marketplace. And if you can do that, backing it up with good intentions, backing it up with good information, backing it up with product knowledge, then you can become that local celebrity. And when you do that, it's always a good thing.
Yep.
And also respect the other real estate agents. I mean, it's one of the things that before we got going here today,
Right.
we were just talking about
we're
respecting everybody else.
We're going to talk about that. I did a little, I got a little picture of how you got into the business. I wasn't able to tell, looking at your bio, what did you said you came from a sales and a background, but what was your business before you got into real estate?
Well, I was in a couple of different sales things. I started off selling mopeds, believe it or not,
Nice,
back in the day.
Okay.
So I sold not just mopeds, but bicycles, mopeds, motorcycles, separate tires, Mannlicher firearms.
So
But
the normal stuff. Okay.
From the manufacturer, I was a manufacturer's rep, and I was selling them to the stores.
Okay.
So that's where I started in sales, right out of college. Matter of fact, even while I was in college at the beginning, and then I went into the mopeds and bicycle business from an Austrian company kind of went under and in the United States. And so when that passed, I went into the automobile business. I sold automobiles for a couple of years and then became management and basically taught salespeople how to sell automobiles, managed the automobile dealership. And so that's a very big sales business.
Yeah,
where
right.
It's all sales.
Right.
Matter of fact, I think it's one of the greatest places to get a understanding of sales because, unlike in a real estate transaction, a new real estate agent may get 2 or 3 transactions in a year.
Right.
When you're in an automobile business, you're getting that every day.
Right.
They've got people coming in every single day. So you do a lot more transactions. So I did that for 8 years. And then I actually bought a piece of real estate in Vienna, Virginia. Bought it for $132,000. Okay. Sold it 3 years later for $350,000 and said, "Whoa,
Yeah, right.
I like this business. This is kind of cool." So I took that money as kind of like my seed, along with I did well, and saved money, and decided that I was going to get into the real estate business. I didn't do it immediately. It took me a few more years. And I finally decided that I would go ahead and do that when something was going the way I didn't want it to go, and said, maybe this is my cue to get into real estate, which I'd been thinking about for a long time. So decided to do it, and I went out, got my license, interviewed different companies, decided that I liked this RE/MAX concept of 100%,
Right.
and to be left alone and just do your own business. And went in and started right off with RE/MAX, and got my license. Got my license May 1st,
Give me a year.
1989.
Okay.
So if anybody was around back then, May was the absolute peak of the last crazy market.
Nice. well timed.
And so I hit it right at the peak, and as it was crashing.
Okay.
So I've already lived through this market we're
Right.
going right now. So it was not that big of a deal. Started off doing just finding deals, finding deals for people, dealing with the people that I knew. Back then, everybody worked for the seller.
Okay, right.
Okay. Matter of fact, in those days, the MLS was on thermal paper. Okay, you ran it up. There's no pictures. There's no nothing. You pull it up out of the thermal machine. You go out looking at properties, and if you left it in your windshield, it turned black. So
that's the security. That was the security feature, right?
We've come a long way since then. We came a long way, and what has happened is that now, we're in a very similar kind of business to then. Matter of fact, I equate the two time frames very, very much the same. I find often that a person will come along, they will tell me, what's happening with their marketplace, and in the 80s we went up, the market went up, just the same as it did. We hit a peak, it crashed. It took about 2 years to hit the bottom.
Right.
1991. And then from 1991 to 1995, we were at the bottom, and then we crawled out until 2000. And then we kind of did the exact same cycle. Boom, went up, hit a peak, crashed, took a couple years to hit the bottom, and I think we're there now. And we're crawling out of it a little bit at a time.